So last night in Midtown Manhattan, a rapid burst of gunfire rang out from the first floor of a high-rise office building. And you had widespread panic. People running, some fleeing to the back exit, others hiding in bathrooms and closets. Those attending a networking event in the first floor auditorium hid wherever they could, the control room, the basement. And on the floor above, you had dozens of people watching a presentation, flooding into a conference room and barricading the doors while shushing each other, calling police and scouring social media for information. So what happened? Well, as we'd later find out, a man had parked his car outside and walked into the building carrying a high-powered M4 assault rifle. You then had police saying that he entered the lobby, turned right, and immediately opened fire. And so in total, not including the shooter himself, you had 4 people reportedly killed and 1 critically injured but stable as of this morning. With the dead, including Didarul Islam, an NYPD officer who was a husband, a father of 2, and had a 3rd child on the way. You also, with this, had Donald Trump commenting on the news, calling it a tragedy, giving his condolences to the victims' families, and adding, "I trust our law enforcement agencies to get to the bottom of why this crazed lunatic committed such a senseless act of violence." And as for that question of motive, we've learned a lot that does seem to point in one direction, though there's still a lot that's unclear. Right, and so first off, the gunman appears to be 27-year-old Shane Tamura, a man from Las Vegas, where, according to sources who spoke to ABC, he had 2 mental health crisis holds, one in 2022 and another in 2024, meaning that he may have been detained in the past after someone deemed him a danger to himself or others. Also, he reportedly had a concealed carry license from 2022. And then, as far as we got from Vegas to New York City, it appears that he just drove himself, with police saying that his BMW traveled through Nevada and Colorado on Saturday, Nebraska and Iowa on Sunday, and then New Jersey and finally New York on Monday, arriving there about 2 hours before the shooting. Which then, of course, brings us to the question of, well, why did he travel so far to shoot up this specific building? Well, with that, if you look at the businesses there, the answer seems to emerge. Where you got the accounting firm, KPMG, the real estate investment firm, Blackstone, and perhaps most notably, the NFL, which is significant because 1, Tamura played football during high school in LA in 2015, according to former classmates, and 2, authorities reportedly found a 3-page note in his wallet that references chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is the brain condition caused by repeated head trauma, typically associated with people like veterans and football players. And reportedly, in his note, Tamura wrote, "CTE study my brain, please, I'm sorry," as well as there reportedly being a line claiming that the NFL concealed the dangers to our brains to maximize profits, and adding, "They failed us." Now, to be clear, with that, police right now say they have found no evidence so far that he suffered a traumatic brain injury or had CTE, nor did it appear that he had any connection to the NFL. But regardless, you had New York Mayor Eric Adams saying that he believes the man was targeting the NFL and he went to the 33rd floor because he took the wrong elevator.